She vanished when he was 3, never sent a letter, never called. But when Marcus woke up after surgery, the nurse adjusting his IV looked familiar. Too familiar. 30 years later, his mother had found him without saying a word. Marcus was 33, a mechanic in a small town and known for being quiet, dependable but distant. He didn't talk about his childhood, mostly because he didn't remember much. Only that one day his mother was there and the next she wasn't. Raised by his father and grandmother, he was told only one thing. She left. Don't waste your life looking for someone who didn't want to be found. He never did, not out of bitterness, but self-preservation. Then one rainy evening, while helping a stranded driver, Marcus was struck by a speeding car. He survived, barely, woke up 3 days later in the ICU. The room was cold, sterile, machines beeped. As his vision adjusted, he saw a nurse checking his chart, short gray curls, gentle eyes. She looked up and smiled softly. "You're awake. Good." Marcus blinked. Something about her face, a wrinkle in her smile, the shape of her hands, tugged at a place in his memory he didn't even know existed. He watched her for the next few minutes as she adjusted his IV. She moved like someone trying not to feel too much. She left without saying another word. The next few days were a blur of tests and painkillers, but she kept showing up, quiet, efficient, never too close, never too far. He finally asked another nurse, "What's her name?" "Claire. Been here 6 years, night shift mostly, doesn't talk much." The name meant nothing, but her eyes told a different story. Marcus started watching her more closely, the way she hesitated before entering his room. How she lingered for a second longer than needed, like she knew him. And then one night, as she changed his bandage, she said, "You have your grandmother's jawline." He froze. "How would you know that?" She looked down. "I used to." He asked directly, "Are you my mother?" She didn't cry, didn't deny it, just nodded once. The air left the room. A silence decades long filled the space between them. "Why?" was all he said. Her voice barely made it out. "I was 19, scared, depressed. Your father didn't want help. I thought leaving was better than failing you in front of you." "You didn't think I'd wonder? Grow up broken?" "I knew you would, and I hated myself every day. I stayed away because I thought I'd do more damage if I came back." She took a breath. "I never stopped checking in. I followed you online. I knew when you graduated. I applied to this hospital the day I found out you lived nearby." Marcus turned away, not out of anger, but because grief has many faces and sometimes they all arrive at once. Over the next week they spoke slowly, no forgiveness, not yet, but questions and pieces. She brought photos he'd never seen of him as a baby in her arms, a crumpled drawing he made at 2, a letter she wrote but never mailed on his 10th birthday. They didn't hug, but they sat in the quiet, two strangers sharing the same scar. "I don't expect you to forgive me," she said. "I just wanted to help you heal, even if you never let me back in. When Marcus was discharged, she was there, carrying his bag, saying nothing. He paused at the hospital door, looked at her. I don't know what this means, but maybe we can have coffee. Her eyes welled. That's all I hoped for. They walked slowly into the parking lot. Not as mother and son, and not yet, but as two people trying. If this story stirred something in you, share it. Because sometimes the people who left come back when we least expect them, and need them the most.